Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new video. Sorry for all the discussions that were going on yesterday. We had some pretty negative reactions on the indicator. Some people thought it was overfitted, and I got some pretty negative questions about it, in my opinion, and that caused some discussions in the Discord. Luckily, we got to resolve all of it, and uh, yeah, I just received a video from, or at least someone hinted to a video in the Discord chat, and I had to watch it. It's super funny, guys. I had to share this with you guys. It's pretty much me making the discussion with you guys yesterday. But before I share that video with you guys, I do also want to show you guys a message that one of the Discord members sent today, and it's regarding the indicator. He's actually been using it since September, he said, and he's been using it with a different solution that they offer, which just takes a simple one entry, one take profit. And guys, he's up on his account. He shares all the details. He's been keeping very clear track of everything that he's been doing, or that the bot has been doing, and no repaints, no fancy stuff, no sketchy stuff. So yeah, if you still have some doubts, definitely reach out to Mario, or read his DM, and or read his message. I mean, in associate lobby. Yeah, let's watch these videos.
Listen to me, listen to me. Like I do this all the time, and if I go out at the house or to the door, Matthew has his toys, and then Matthew has all his toys.
Okay, but I have to yell at you guys.
Okay, Linda,
Listen,
Linda, listen.
Okay, what?
Like everything they do at this house, you can't trust everything at Grandma's house.
Okay,
Okay, then what?
then you're not listening to me.
Then you're not listening to me.
I asked you not to do something.
Linda, but listen to me. Look at, if we do something, if you get that bird thing off, you're gonna break it.
Okay, but I'm letting you know
But
that you cannot. No,
Lick it.
You're not listening to me.
Linda,
Listen to me now. Listen to me now.
Listen to me.
No, you're not listening. I said no cupcakes, and you try to get cupcakes, and you try to ask Grandma.
Linda,
Didn't you?
Linda, lick it. If we do something
Man, what a great spirit for such a little boy. I hope my child will be exactly like this. An amazing video. Thanks for the person sharing that yesterday. Let's get into it, guys. Let's just go into the indicator. Let's see what we have here. And of course, I will be sharing the entire strategy with you guys so you can start running it. But let's first look, is it overfitted? What does it exactly do? How can we see what we can expect for the coming period as far as profits go? Just to be clear with you guys, I've done two separate tests. I've been with the developers and with this indicator. I've been testing it for about 2 months, looking into it, asking all the difficult questions, done a test on my own, which I shared with the senior Discord users. I explained to them that I doubled, nearly tripled my money in the first week that I tried the indicator. Then it had a pretty bad period. And even throughout that bad period, where the other users who are using the simple solution, so to say, were losing money, including Mario, who shared his P&L with me, and I had the chance to compare it with what we got using our live testing from C++, I mean. So yeah, so as I explained yesterday, there is a period where it's not doing so well, and that's the current trading period. So let's see, for example, the last 2 months, and generate a deep backtest and see what the performance are like. So if you would be running it for the last let's say 2 months or 1 month even, you'd be up 62%. Okay, so let's do a little bit. All right, so a little bit less than 1 month. Okay, and then you can see you're down 10%. All right, so especially that last period seems to be a losing period, and this is what all the bot or users of this indicator are also saying. So here, minus 20% if you would be starting the 15th. So yeah, it's not always profitable, and I think that's what every good algorithm will show you. There is no algorithm that is like the holy grail, has everything right at all times. But if you do a little bit of a longer backtest, you can see that overall it's very good results. And of course, there will be times that you have a little bit of a losing streak. But that's algo trading for you guys. You have to give it some time to get a good sample of trades in, and then you can make a decision whether it's good or not. You can see the profit chart here. It goes up at some point exponentially, but now it's forming some kind of retracement. Sorry for doing technical analysis on a profit chart, but it's the only way I can describe it, right? We see an ABC correction here, and we're about to moon again, guys, so that looks good to me. So yeah, there you can see, you can do the very accurate backtest. You can see exactly also in the, for example, list of trades, you can see exactly what the trades would have looked like. And now one, of course, big question everyone has is, how is this even possible? How can you make 911,000% profit in 2 years of trading? The reason is, guys, this TradingView indicator is built so that it basically compounds and has the right risk to reward ratio. Okay, so every trade has risk to reward and also compounds the profits into the next trade. Okay, so your account grows, thereby your trades grow. If you keep winning, you just make bigger profits and bigger profits over time. Right, so that's how this indicator is programmed, which is super cool. An indicator with the right risk management where you don't have to do anything. The risk management, I can explain it quickly to you guys. It's basically risking about 3% per trade. Okay, so you risk about 3% per trade. And if you have more money, that 3% is, of course, going to account to a bigger trade size. And now the second thing we have here is Bitcoin. We can do the same thing, a long backtest, where we can do deep backtesting on Bybit, for example. This is where we will be trading. And generate a backtest. Let's see. It doesn't really matter. You can take the signals from Binance and trade them on Bybit. I think there is nothing wrong with that. So, for example, here we see 146,000% profit in 2 years. But if we go to Binance, we have a lot more data available. And I think the indicator is a little bit more fine-tuned to the volume and basically the tendencies of the Binance market. So let's give this a second to load. So there we go. We can see 39 million. So it's a huge profit on Binance, better profit factor as well. So what I think I will be doing is, for example, to set up the alerts on Binance and have the bot trade the BTC pairs. Okay, so that's just the way you can go about. And let's just for Binance also do like a more recent backtest just to see if because in BTC we do not see the big retracement, so it's doing a little bit better than that. So for example, if you'd have started 2 months ago, then you'd be up nearly 60% on your account. Guys, these are pretty nice profits. 60% in 2 months made. Sign me up, right? And all automatic. Like I said, C+ has been testing and we're outperforming the actual results. So if that would be the case, it's even more amazing. Now another question you might have is, isn't it unrealistic that we're going to make 2.4 billion%? And to that I would say yes, of course it is, mate. Let's not get too much ahead of ourselves. For now, we just want something profitable. I don't believe any one of us, even if you start with like $500, you won't stick to the compounding thing every time. And yeah, this is just a profit forecast, right? And that's about it. Don't stick to the numbers too much. The market won't move exactly the same, but it's just a very good outlook to have. 2.4 billion profit would mean that you compound all your profits into the next trade. You never take anything out. You keep compounding. That's not really what we are going to do anyways, right? So it's a bit unrealistic, but at the same time, this is what it is, guys. I can't make it any better. I can't make it any worse. This is what it is. And now let's get into it a little bit deeper, because these are the trades that we can expect. We have an entry, which is this red line, for example, for this short right here. Okay, we have an entry point, which is here. And that's also where you see that your stop loss zone, which is this red area. This is the stop loss zone, and this is the wick zone. Okay, the orange area is the wick zone, and this is our take profit zone. Okay, so at your entry point, above that will form a red zone, and above the red zone will form a smaller orange zone. Okay, this is the losing area, and here is our direction that we want the price to go. You can see in this particular trade, we close right at the bottom of the green line, exit short, and we have a take profit, right? Okay, so a normal bot would literally take a simple entry at this red line here. So you'd have an entry of 16,904, and you'd have one take profit that will happen at 16,723. Let's look at a trade that doesn't go well. For example, right here, we take our short, a red area forms above it with a small orange area, and we get a big candle going through the orange. So the wick goes through the orange, outside of it. That's where we get our stop loss. Okay, if this wick came into the orange area, that would be fine. We could still trade, right? Let's look at this example right here. Okay, so this green candle was a wick in the zone, but the next one was a full candle, so we got out of the position. Okay, so that's the type of trades that are happening. Now, what we have noticed on, for example, Ethereum, and then I have to look for a good example. Well, this is a great example, actually. Okay, look at this trade where Ethereum USDT, we take a short at around 1172, and in the red zone, you can see that the price is touching a couple of times, and essentially it never comes to the stop loss. It comes really close, like 70% close to the target, then goes back into the red zone, comes here again, and essentially stops us out. This means that this trade took a long time, okay, took hours of waiting to complete, and then finally was a stop loss. Now, using our software, we were able to take an entry, take profit, re-enter, take profit again, re-enter, take profit again, stop loss. Okay, so within this area, we made up for this stop loss. So essentially, we made sure that this trade didn't go to a losing trade, pretty much. Okay, and I have to start these type of experiments kind of simple. I can't make it too complex for now, because I also have to see like how does it work best. You don't also, with dollar cost averaging, you don't want to create too much exposure, and you want to still be in line with how the bot should act with the 3% risk, etc., etc. So I've come up with the first two simple strategies for it: simple ad short and simple Ethereum long. Okay, I have them ready, I think, so I can run a little example. So let me start the bot up, actually. There we go. And so this is how it will be running. You have two entry agents, which are doing about 200%, so about a 2x leverage entry, with the biggest of the two being a limit order without a trailing entry, and the smaller one being a trailing entry. Okay, so we're paying market fees on 50% of our position, and then on 150 of the position, so on 66% of the position, we are not paying fees. Okay, so that's how I designed it to be. Then we have some dollar cost averaging in the red zone, and then we have some take profits in the green zone. So in order, if I would have to draw it out, it would look something like this, where in the red zone, we take our entry right here with a bigger entry right below it as a limit order. Okay, so we hope to get filled, and sometimes price will fade away a little bit, but we're chasing very narrowly. So let's say price did fade away a little bit here. Our entry might be a little bit worse. I didn't see it myself that way, so I haven't seen it happen this way, but it could happen. And at the point that we entered, we will start placing dollar cost average in the red zone. Okay, a little bit in a smart way, but yeah, this is approximately how it will go. Then when one of these wicks hits a certain dollar cost average line, that's when 6 or 7 take profits will be placed in this area. Okay, this means that only if we come deep into the red zone, we will start putting these partial take profits. This way, if price retraces, we can take profit without touching our initial trade. Okay, so this is just all an extra addition on this actual trade. Okay, this way we can lock price in, and I made these a little bit in a way that they will ping pong. Okay, so they will basically sell here again, or buy here again, try to sell here again, do the same trick over and over again. Okay, so if price just keeps within this range, we're in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I made those 2 tables. The next thing we will be doing is pairing a market making algorithm to this strategy. So what we will be doing is we will say that if the last trade that stopped was a long, then probably the trend direction is up, and after this trade stops, even if it's a stop loss, we will start doing long market making. If the last trade was a short, we will do short market making, and the amounts that we will use for market making will be very, very small. The idea is just to have the bots continuously use your money, use your equity to trade for you, and make some small gains, lock in some small profits, and wait for these bigger signals where we start risking 3% of our equity in order to grow our accounts. Okay, so that will be the main idea. Like I said, I will be sharing these 2 tables with you guys with the webhook messages, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there is any questions, feel free to DM me in the chat, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.